So, these are my Alita Battle Angel tickets. Yeah, there's six of them. So it's roughly one for each week the movie was in theaters here in Eindhoven. And why did I watch it so many times? Admittedly, a personal record. Well, I've enjoyed the comic for a long time. Now, over 20 years by now. It's quite a piece of work. There's a lot of craftsmanship and soul put into it. And there have been news of James Cameron planning to make a movie for a long time since then, and we've waited and waited and waited, and he made Avatar and released that, and made plans to release even more Avatar, and I thought the movie would never come, so when it finally did, I made sure to watch as often as I could because it's something that I'm glad exists and it's something that I really want to share. There's this scene in the comic where Gally, original name for Alita, gets seriously damaged in a fight. So Ito has to take what's left of her and her body and bring her home under the rain while he's injured himself. And he says something to the extent that the one thing that matters in life is to protect what you create. Well, I didn't create Battle Angel Alita. I didn't create the Ganmu comic, of course. But again, I think it's a good thing. It's a net positive for the world, something that I'm glad exists, and I want to help share it. I want to help make it a part of the world's cultural landscape in whatever limited capacity I can. So, the way movies work primarily is like they expect to make most of their money upon release. So when the movie was released, I made sure to go and watch it. And since I know there's a lot more story to come, and a lot of it is very good, I want more movies to come. You know? And not just for the idea of the movies, I also really enjoyed the execution of how this movie was handled. Because there are a lot of peculiar choices made throughout that really show love for the story and the craft, like as well as addition of new scenes that really add to it. Like for example, there's a character that was basically throwaway just to justify a character's acquisition of a weapon that was given much better use in the movie since he not only served the purpose he served in the comic, but he also contributed to characterization of two other characters in a major way and helped to flesh out the way regular people see one of the elements that's depicted in the movie, the motorball sport. And in the original comic, there were two sports, the gladiator arenas and motorball, but the only reason there are gladiator arenas in the comic was just for the purpose of enabling one character to get one weapon. Now, the movie knew where to put its attention on. So, so the way they handled this character, Kinuba, was like one example of something I think the movie handled wisely. There are also additions I did not expect. Also pretty good, like the street motorball scene, which takes an element of the world, brings it down to street level. Also helps to gives us our first taste of Alita's muscle memory at work. Her training kicking in a scene of perceived, if limited, danger or threat. It is really good. I mean, the other major original scene was like the whole body retrieval. Other people have given that interpretations that were interesting, but it also solved some problems with the original story, like how did Ito get such an advanced body? And choices like that throughout were very interesting to see, and they're not even the only ones. There's a scene in the comic in third or fourth volume involving a water drop that in the movie they used a tear for it, gave it even more impact. Things like that. It shows love and craft, something that I want to see being preserved and continued.